These are the secret adult performers who doubled for child actors in your favorite 90s kids shows, working behind the scenes to create the magic you remember watching after school, while you were glued to your television watching Barney dance around, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers battle monsters, or Emma Watson cast spells in Harry Potter. Adult stand-ins and body doubles were quietly doing much of the heavy lifting. The entertainment industry has always relied on these invisible performers to work around strict child labor laws, grueling physical demands, and the simple logistics of film production. The need for adult doubles comes from a web of regulations designed to protect child performers. In California and New York, children between ages 6 and 8 can only work 4 hours per day when school's in session, and 6 hours when it's not. Infants under 6 months get limited to just 20 minutes of actual filming time per day, despite being allowed on set for 2 hours. These restrictions force productions to find creative solutions to maintain shooting schedules and budgets. As one industry insider put it, to make life easier for productions, it's simpler to rehearse and block out the shoots with an adult stand-in, so that when the child's ready, the pre-lighting and stage directions are also ready. This practice became standard across 90s children's television, from major network shows to cable programming. The most famous example might be David Joyner, the man inside the Barney costume from 1991 to 2001. Joyner took over from original performer David Voss, who left to join the military. Standing at over 6 feet tall, Joyner brought the purple dinosaur to life for an entire generation of children, all while enduring brutal physical conditions. The Barney costume weighs 70 pounds and can reach internal temperatures of up to 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Joyner described his calling to the role, saying, "Being Barney was never an accident. I was supposed to do this character." His dedication went beyond simple performance. He studied the psychological impact of the character on children and approached each appearance with genuine care for his young audience. After leaving Barney in 2001, Joyner's career took an unexpected turn into tantric massage and spiritual healing, a surprising chapter in the life of America's most beloved dinosaur. The complexity of using doubles becomes even more apparent when examining Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. The show relied heavily on footage from the Japanese Super Sentai series, splicing expensive suit scenes and stunt sequences into American episodes. The costume designer revealed that Ranger suits were made from 2-ply spandex in one-size-fits-all designs, which created challenges when taller American stunt performers had to wear suits originally designed for shorter Japanese actors. Here's what might surprise you most. Many of the female Rangers were actually played by male stunt performers in Japan. Actors like Midori Naito, Hiroshi Ueda, Ryoji Kurihara, and Shoji Ohara all played Momo Ranger in the original Garanger series. This practice continued throughout the Super Sentai franchise, with male performers regularly doubling for female characters in action sequences. When this footage got imported to America, audiences had no idea they were watching male stunt performers behind the colorful masks. The Harry Potter films provide a perfect case study in how body doubles work with child actors. Flick Miles served as Emma Watson's body double for the first 3 films, from ages 10 to 14. Miles matched Watson's physical characteristics closely enough to portray Hermione in any scene that didn't require a close-up of Watson's face. Miles described her audition process. "They got me to stand with Dan Radcliffe and Rupert Grint to see how I lined up against them. They seemed happy, so I originally contracted to 12 weeks' work, which then ended up being about 4 years." What started as a short-term job became a significant part of Miles's childhood, working alongside some of the biggest child stars in the world. One particular scene showcased the practical necessity of doubles. When Hermione was supposed to have cat features magically attached to her face, Watson had a mild reaction to the adhesive used for the makeup. Miles stepped in to film the scene, working directly with the creature effects team. "I got an amazing experience working with the creature effects team, and filming that scene was fun," Miles recalled, highlighting how doubles often handle the more technically challenging or potentially uncomfortable aspects of filming. The financial reality of being a body double reflects the specialized nature of the work. According to the Screen Actors Guild, a full body double earns $3,936 per week, which could theoretically amount to over $200,000 per year for 52 consecutive weeks of work. But here's the thing, most doubles aren't employed full-time year-round. Stunt professionals, a related category, average around $46,845 annually. though top performers in high-profile productions can earn up to $250,000 per year. Sesame Street presents another fascinating example of adult performers creating magic for children. Puppeteers like Peter Linz, who's operated Ernie and Harry Monster since 1991, work in physically demanding conditions that most viewers never consider. Characters that appear at waist level with human co-stars require performers to crouch below frame, often on wheeled boards called rollies. Many puppeteers develop knee problems from careers spent bent over in uncomfortable positions. The technical artistry extends to puppet design itself. Linz explained the subtle details that make Sesame Street characters so engaging. The eyes are just two black dots against a white background, but all the characters are ever so slightly cross-eyed. There's a triangle between the eyes and nose, and a point where it looks like they're looking right into the camera. This careful attention to detail, combined with skilled adult performers, creates the illusion that brings these characters to life. Even more recent productions continue relying on doubles for child actors. During the filming of Stranger Things, each child actor had a body double used for lighting setup, shot preparation, and scenes where faces weren't visible. Interestingly, Millie Bobby Brown's double was initially a boy, as it was easier to convince a boy to shave his head than to find a girl willing to do so for the role. The regulatory landscape that necessitates these doubles has deep historical roots. The Coogan Act, enacted in 1939, was named after child star Jackie Coogan, who discovered himself nearly bankrupt upon reaching adulthood, despite earning over $4 million during his career. The law was designed to protect child actors' earnings, but it also established work-hour restrictions that continue to shape production practices today. Surprisingly, there's no federal law protecting child actors beyond the original Fair Labor Standards Act, which exempted the entertainment industry. This creates a patchwork of state regulations, with 17 states providing no regulation of child entertainment laws whatsoever. In South Carolina, for example, minors under 14 can work in any aspect of show business without our restrictions. The 2024 documentary Quiet on Set: The Dark Side of Kids TV exposed darker aspects of children's television production, particularly during Dan Schneider's tenure at Nickelodeon. The series sparked calls for industry-wide reform and highlighted the absence of comprehensive federal legislation protecting child performers. Nickelodeon responded by stating they investigate all formal complaints as part of their commitment to maintaining safe workplace environments. These adult stand-ins and doubles represent an invisible workforce that made your favorite childhood shows possible. From David Joyner sweating inside the Barney costume, to Flick Miles standing in for Emma Watson, from unnamed stunt performers inside Power Ranger suits to puppeteers crouched behind Sesame Street sets, these professionals dedicated their careers to creating the magic that defined 90s children's entertainment. Their work continues today, adapting to new technologies and evolving child protection standards. While you may have thought you were watching kids just like you on screen, the reality's far more complex, a carefully orchestrated collaboration between child performers and skilled adult professionals working together to bring your favorite characters to life.